What's up, guys? Luke back again with another Gaming Week in Review podcast where we talk about the things that have interested us in the world of video games each and every week. Before we get started, if you like this kind of content, do me a favor and smash that like button as well as subscribe so you can catch me every time I post a new podcast. But with that being said, let's get right into it. GoldenEye 007 Remaster leaks online, and after 13 years and many videos released and much speculation, GoldenEye 007 Remaster was definitely a thing. It was in the works by Rare, and it got canceled last minute due to internal disputes between Microsoft, Nintendo, and MGM, the owner of the 007 license. But the game, after 13 years, has been leaked online. A lot of different opinions have been released about this game. It is 13 years old, so back in the day, back in the 360 days, it probably looked like amazing. But compared to today's standards, sorry, I can't talk today. Compared to today's standards, it's, you know, subpar. But it's still a really fun thing to do, and it's like kind of almost like a new game got released for the Xbox 360 in 2021. So it's given me a reason to kind of fire up the old Xbox and get this game set up on it through XBLA and play it natively the way that it was originally intended to be played. I actually, after saying that, have not been able to try the game yet, but I will be trying it this weekend on my live stream. So if you guys want to check that out, link is in the description below. I do stream every Thursday, Friday, Saturday evening over at Facebook Gaming. So if you want to come and join me, I will be starting that one probably around 7 p.m. and running it to about 10. So come and hang out. I can't wait to kind of dig into this game with you guys. I'm a big retro gamer, so and GoldenEye was a huge part of my life growing up, as well as the not so really talked about World Is Not Enough on the Nintendo 64. That was a very good sort of GoldenEye clone back in the day, but I digress. We're going to be playing GoldenEye 007 Remaster on Saturday, so come and join us over at Facebook Gaming. Limited run news this week. Just like every other week, we have our limited run news, and we will start just like every other week with Last Chance Games. And the only Last Chance game we have this week is Shiren the Wanderer. This is a Switch and PC version release. It comes in a standard and a collector's edition. The standard is $34.99 and the collector's is $74.99. Pre-orders will close on Sunday, February 14th, so we got a couple of days to go ahead and snag those. Yeah, if you're interested in grabbing Shiren the Wanderer, go over to Limited Run before it's too late. And that's going to do it for Last Chance Games. Now we have new this week, and the first game is, we have actually 2 Switch games this week, which is always great. I mean, guys, it's been a long time since I bought anything from Limited Run that's not a Switch game, unless I was buying both versions of the game. So if a game came out that was on PS4 and Switch, I'd buy both of those. But if I had one choice, it would be Switch every single time. So I'm always excited when new Switch games get announced on the Limited Run platform, because they do a lot of indie game releases, because a lot of indie games are digital only. And I kind of consider the Switch to be a first party / indie game platform. So it just goes hand in hand. It's great having physical copies for Nintendo Switch. And the first game is called To the Moon. This is a story-driven experience about 2 doctors traversing backward through a dying man's memories to artificially fulfill his last wish. So this is a very narrative-driven RPG game. It's actually made in RPG Maker, so it's that old style kind of Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy style RPG top-down isometric views with a very impactful and powerful story. This one is going to have a Switch release only. It's will come in a standard edition for $29.99 and a deluxe edition for $64.99. The deluxe edition will include the game, a original soundtrack on physical CD, a reversible 18x24 poster, River and Johnny label pins, a Patty plush, origami bunny, PVC keychain. And that'll do it for the deluxe edition. This is a 4-week pre-order, and I think it comes out on Sunday. I think there was a slight typo with limited run. They didn't actually write down, from what I could find, a concrete release date on their website. I didn't check Twitter because I didn't have enough time, but I'm pretty sure that they didn't list it on their website. But we had a bit of a clue. It did say that the pre-orders would end March 14th. So I'm assuming that it's going, the pre-orders will start, because it's a 4-week pre-order, on February 14th, which is Sunday. So go and check this one out, guys. I'm super excited. This is a good looking game, so go ahead and give it a try before it's too late. And it will be, like I said, live on Sunday. The next game is Knights and Bikes. This is a adventure narrative game. Once again, very story driven, narrative driven game about two sort of characters that they ride around on their bikes, and they basically just progress through the story. I obviously haven't played this, as you can probably tell, but it does look really interesting. It has kind of an interesting art style to it, kind of this like indie sort of art style. It's really sharp and really beautiful, and you're riding around on bikes. I mean, it sounds pretty fun. You get to upgrade your bike, and sort of solve puzzles, and each character actually has their own sort of powers, and they can help you progress further in the game. Sometimes they actually work together, so there's a few examples of that as well. It looks like a fun game and well worth the money. It will be a Switch only release, and it will only be the standard edition on this one, so no collectors. It's going to be $34.99. It will be a 4-week pre-order as well, and will go live this Sunday. And that's going to do it for limited run news, guys. Now on to a few other news articles. And the first thing that I wanted to mention, and I know it's hella niche, so I'm going to kind of roll through it sort of quickly, but Android 10 just got released to the Nintendo Switch. Let me repeat. Android OS 10 just got released to the Nintendo Switch. No, Nintendo didn't let them do that. Of course they didn't. This is for modded Nintendo Switches. Like I said, this is very niche. But if you do happen to have one of those original Nintendo Switches and it is modded and you've ran Android on it, sort of like I did in a previous video, link in the cards above, I had to segue into it. This is probably a pretty exciting thing, because a big issue with the current setup with Android through Lineage is it's sort of not optimized. It's kind of shoehorned in to make it work, and it's not very well optimized. So when you're running like cloud gaming, or if you're like doing remote play with your Xbox or your PS4, it's has a lot to be desired. Connections tend to drop. There tends to be issues with the Joy-Cons not connecting. You have to reconnect them through Bluetooth, and there was plethora of other problems. But the Android 10 release is being done from some nice people over at XDA Developers. It's a brand new version, and like I said before, with the Wi-Fi issues, it seems that they have actually corrected a lot of those Wi-Fi issues, and they went as far as saying in their patch notes that it has greatly increased the connectivity of Wi-Fi on the Nintendo Switch, among some other kind of quality of life things. For example, the gyroscope, so you can actually like flip the screen, sort of like on a phone or a tablet. And then they did optimize dock support with resolution scaling. So previously with the Nintendo Switch running Android, when you would dock it, it would look pretty bad as far as resolution because it wasn't correctly scaling the resolution onto the screen. But now it seems as though they have fixed that. So hopefully it scales better and hopefully it doesn't have as much input lag. I think that would be a huge benefit for switching over to Android 10 and being able to play games like, say, Control. Oh, wait, Control's already on streaming. Or games like, say, Resident Evil 7. Oh, crap, that's on streaming too. Ori? No, that's on the Switch. Dang it, there's got to be a game. Okay, I got you. Master Chief Collection on the Nintendo Switch through game streaming. That's something that you don't currently have available to you and you can actually use, as well as a ton of other games from Game Pass. You can start to stream those to your Nintendo Switch, and like I said in my video, I think there's no better way to play Xbox Game Pass games remotely or through the cloud than on the Nintendo Switch. It's just like it's made for it. So super good stuff. Can't wait to see more and to kind of experiment it with myself. Maybe even make a follow-up video. We'll see. I am really busy, guys, and just before we get into the next thing, I do want to apologize for last week. As you probably know, if you've been watching me for a little while, I do own a retro video game store in southwestern Idaho, and we actually just lost a good friend and employee of ours. He's moved on to bigger and greater things, and we're so happy for him. But we were down one man last week, and I just didn't have time. I was in the front the whole time, and you know, we've been really busy, and that's great stuff. It's good news. So last week I just was exhausted. I just didn't have the energy or really the time to sit down and make a podcast for you guys. So I do apologize for that, but I have good news. This week, another good friend of mine and longtime customer of my store has stepped up and taken a part-time role in the store, which has really freed up a lot of time for me to get back to these podcasts and make them for you, because I do really love making them for you. So this week was still a lot of catch up. So I apologize if the podcast is a little short. It's just because we were playing catch up the beginning of the week, and then I dove into it just literally a couple hours ago to try and get something together for you guys. But the last thing I do want to talk about is a pretty big bombshell, especially for PC gamers out there, and that is Kingdom Hearts is finally coming to the PC. All games, these are all the games that will be available from the Kingdom Hearts series, and the first one is Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prelogue, Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind, and Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. I think that's the brand new one that just came out. So it looks like Square Enix has just kind of slid over, and Disney has just slid over the Kingdom Hearts series over to the PC platforms. I think it's about time. I don't really look at Kingdom Hearts as a console-only sort of experience. I look at it as a awesome action RPG game that, action-adventure game that deserves to be on as many platforms as possible. So it's really good to see that over there. And then for all you PC master races, you can up-res it and do all the fun tweaks and stuff you guys do. Can you tell I'm a console gamer? Probably. But I do appreciate a beautiful PC and a nice, well-built rig with powerful hardware and stuff like that. So I do appreciate that. So I'm really excited for you PC gamers out there. You guys can kind of dive into Kingdom Hearts without using PCSX2. So that's pretty cool. Dude, comment of the freaking week! It's the comment of the week! It's the comment of the week! And this week's comment of the week comes from Amanda Eckel. Amanda Eckel, thank you so much for the comment. And she commented on my PlayStation 4 Slim teardown and refurbishment video. And she said, thanks for the video, just saved me from breaking a few things. And Amanda, you're very, very welcome. And thank you so much for the comment. And guys, if you haven't checked out that video and maybe you have a PS4 Slim laying around that's a little bit over, maybe it's overheating, or maybe it's having you know, a few issues with the drive ejecting or sucking in discs, or maybe it's not reading as well as it once was, definitely check out my video before you do anything else. If you're gonna do it DIY, check out my video. I basically outline the entire process of a cleaning and refurbishment of a PS4. It is very basic. There's no soldering, things like that. So it's great for entry level sort of repair enthusiasts, I guess you could say, or just someone that just wants to kind of fix up their PS4. They've been playing on it for a few years and it's getting kind of loud, or it's just kind of showing some signs of like dust buildup. It's a great video for you guys. I think it's pretty easy to swallow. It's not too super long, and I think there's a lot of information packed in there. So go over and check out the video. Once again, link in the cards above. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for your patience with me. I did, once again, I'm sorry I missed last week. But I want to hear from you now. Are you going to download the new GoldenEye remake? Are you going to play it on a PC? Or the way I think it should be played, on the original Xbox 360? Is that something you're hyped about, excited about? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, Kingdom Hearts coming to PC. Are you a PC master race? And if so, are you gonna get the newest NVIDIA 3080 graphics card? Let me know in the comments section down below. I wonder how Kingdom Hearts would look in like 8K. You could probably run 8K with Kingdom Hearts with that 3080. So let me know in the comment section down below. And once again, guys, if you enjoy content like this, do me a favor and smash that like button, as well as subscribe with bell notifications turned on so you can catch me every time I post a new podcast. But until next time, guys, Luke from 8-Bit Plus signing out, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.